Oh yeah, let's talk about the time Halle Berry almost got her ass whooped by Vanessa Bryant. A lot of people don't even know this story. And this is Karan Butler's fault. Now, this was all planned by the NBA, playing into this the whole nine. Uh, but Vanessa Bryant did not find this pleasing because she had just met Halle Berry. They was at they did some type of function and they had just met each other. And like it's very nice and all this. And then to do this, she was there to do that to get her name trending, and the NBA wanted to create this moment like, oh, look at that. And she was supposed to flirt with Kobe Bryant. This whole thing was staged. But Kobe Bryant is actually talking to a referee. He's not looking at Halle Berry. So he's talking to a referee who's standing right there. He's just blocking out the referee. He's covering his mouth and he's talking to the ref. And she's trying to get his attention and stare at Kobe Bryant. Now, the NBA set this shit up. So just so everybody can know, Kobe had nothing to do with Halle Berry, but she definitely wanted Kobe to notice her and look at her, and this is what she was there to do, flirt with Kobe. And this is why the Silvers put it in there, because they wanted to get press and all this stuff for this movie they had coming out. The Lakers were so bad this season. And see, that's the referee. But when she started biting her lip, you can't see that referee anymore. Because he was standing right, got really close to Kobe Bryant when they was actually side by side. Now, the NBA came over, ESPN rather, and interviewed Halle Berry to try to get some juicy bit media going and use Kobe Bryant, who's a married man. And Kobe said, I have nothing to do with that. Kobe like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. He didn't know, he was focused on the game. He had no idea what they was doing. They interviewing Halle Berry, but John Bonet he had just got himself checked into sex rehab, and she just was going through all kind of embarrassment. So here she is trying to flirt with Kobe Bryant to turn her life back around. And it's like, oh, she's back out there. Look at Halle Berry go. Because everybody's like, man, why would you cheat on Halle Berry? Something must be wrong here. So she's flirting with Kobe, not realizing that she had met his wife, Vanessa. And she's like, I didn't even know he was married. I was just like flirting, just like, wow, because he is sexy, but that's all she was like basically saying. But she likes Karan Butler and she likes Kobe Bryant. She's a big, huge Laker fan. But this was all promotion. It wasn't meant to go no further than what it did. But Vanessa wasn't happy with this shit. Now, Kobe and Karan was really close. More than anybody on the team, those two were like brothers. And, and he basically introduced Kobe to Halle Berry. But just to say, hey, this is Halle Berry. And Kobe was like, oh, I'll get your autograph for my wife. Like, she loves your movies and everything. So that's what Kobe was thinking. Kobe wasn't thinking, like, I'm trying to sleep with Halle Berry. But, he just got out of the fire. He's not trying to get back into the fire. Kobe wasn't thinking about that at all. But here we go. They got slimy ass Jim Gray in there interviewing her. What brings you here, to see Kobe? Because they trying to sell this shit. Because nobody was coming to the games. The Lakers sucked. Shit was bad. Okay, did she do what she's supposed to do? Okay, they did. All right. closed all my damn doors. Alright. Well, nothing to really do here. Alright. Now, as the world turns, kapow, bed is made, even though the covers are a little jacked up. Okay, they did their job. Yeah, my maids, I gotta come up here and check their work. I say they did a good job. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. This is some bone. So, Kobe Bryant, innocently enough, he was like, I ain't do shit. So, because he didn't do nothing wrong. So when he came out, he genuinely was feeling like he did nothing wrong. Vanessa Bryant went back there and saw her and brought the kids. She came and she was in the back locker room, brought the kids down there. And it was a whole different party. See, Vanessa, she's nice and everything, but she will turn into a vicious, mean woman when she needs to. And she was real cold. She came in there with her, at that time, she only had the first child. And she came up to her with the kid and put the kid on Kobe's lap. Sit on daddy's lap. Mommy's finna stare down Halle Berry. She's like, oh, hi, I heard you like my movies and stuff. She was like, yeah. Real short. Kind of gave her the bitch back off. Like, I know what you own and he's not for sale. He just got out the doghouse. Trust me, he ain't going back. So, yeah, all of it was a bunch of hoopla, hot air shit. But, yeah, Vanessa was on that shit. And he was like, oh, boy. And that's what Kobe used to call her, Diamita, like dynamite. Oh, that's that Diamita right there. There she go. He was like, I'm staying out the way. So she played nice, but she gave her the stare like I'm watching you type of vibe. So Halle Berry knew, like, let me just pay my respects and get the hell up out of Dodge. Yeah, she didn't even get a photo op with Kobe. They didn't even do a photo op or anything. You know, it was more of a hi and bye, a greet and all that. But that was PR for the game. As Kobe let her know, but he loved that. And she was pregnant a few months later with Gianna. Rest in peace, Gianna. But she was pregnant 4 months later. So, yeah, that was the fire Kobe needed to see, I guess. But rest in peace, Kobe and Gianna. But yeah, I remember that. So, y'all asked me for it, and y'all got it. I'm out.